Alright, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be training back. We're going to be continuing the theme that we've been doing this week of trying to reduce the amount of fatigue that we're accumulating, claw back a little bit of that fatigue or recover a little bit. And the way we're doing that is by using high intensity training or heavy duty training techniques that pioneered by Arthur Jones and Mike Mentzer. So essentially the actual structure of the workout is going to be pretty much the same as every other brack day. But what we're aiming to do is to reduce the amount of volume that we do in order to maximise our recovery capacity, while at the same time giving our muscles the most stimulus that we can give them by using as heavy a weight and going as close to failure as we can go. So we'll start off with chest supported dumbbell rows, but we'll leave out the sort of latest warm-up set that we do, and we'll just do 3 sets instead of the 4 that we have been doing. So we'll save ourselves a set there. We'll not be doing T-bar rows today. Now that's because T-bar rows are a fantastic exercise, really good muscular stimulus you get from a T-bar row, but it comes with the caveat of you accumulate quite a bit of systemic fatigue with a T-bar row because it's such a heavy compound movement. So we're going to leave those out this week. But what we will do instead is, or not instead, but we don't need to worry so much. We're going to hit the lats from a similar kind of, in a similar way from seated rows, and the seated rows should, in theory, accumulate. We should accumulate less fatigue from doing those. So we'll leave out the T-bar rows. We'll do wide grip. We'll do pull downs. So we'll do wide grip pull downs and narrow grip pull downs. But we'll only aim for maybe sort of 2. So we'll only be aiming for about 2 sets of each of those because we should be pretty warm. Shoulders and lats should be pretty warm from doing the chest supported dumbbell rows. We'll just need to see what way we feel on that though, because it's been a long time since I've done pull downs and gotten close to failure. So I'm not quite sure what weight I'll be using. So we'll see how it feels anyway. And then we're going to leave out single arm dumbbell or single arm pull downs because again, you're accumulating fatigue there and you don't get a lot of muscular stimulus out of those. I literally do them just to feel my lat engage. And then we'll do maybe 2 or 3 sets of seated wide grip seated rows and a couple of sets of narrow grip seated rows. Let's get to it. All right, that last set, that first set of pull downs felt much too easy. Stuck another 10 kilos on, and we'll see how easy that moves. I had intended to only do 2 sets of each of the pull down movements, but depending on how this set feels, I may end up doing 3 sets on the on this set of pull downs anyway. If depending on if I need to go up again, I think it's very important, because we're not doing lots of sets. It's very important that we try to get as close to failure on at least one of the sets that we do in each of the exercises, in order to keep the muscular stimulus up. Again, the whole point here is just to try and keep the muscular stimulus high, keep the fatigue low. So we'll see how this set goes up anyway, and we'll take it from there whether we want to actually do a third set or not. And then whatever weight we use for the top set on the wide grip pull downs here, that's the weight that we'll use for the first set of narrow grip pull downs. And then we might do like a drop, it's not a drop set, but we might do like a top weight first on the narrow grip pull downs, because all our joints and muscles will be warm, and then do a set, a lower, a drop down in weight for the final set of narrow grip pull downs. You're always stronger now. Well, I'm always stronger in narrow grip pull downs anyway. So we'll see how this goes up, and we'll take it from there.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Why you be all on my line about nothing? Why won't you go get you $1 or something? Don't hang with a who line for nothing. I see that we different, you riding, I double. I don't do discussions on bragging about.
Yeah, at that night we're going to have to do a third set of. So I'm actually going to stick another 10 kilos onto this, and see what way that goes up. So let's do that.
My phone like you want me, like you wasn't pushing the kid to the side. I don't know if you thinking I'm blind. Cross on my crosses and dot on my eyes. Done with your efforts, I'm dealing with pressures. I know it's a lesson, that's word of the wise. Dubbing the mixes, I'm mixing. I know I've been missing, I needed some personal time. All the pictures, dimensions, I don't with your digits. I mean it, I'm staying inside. Cause they got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it.
Okay, that felt better. They really struggled on pretty much every rep there, which is exactly what we want. But that definitely felt much, that's the way it should have felt from the beginning, really. So it is. So we'll stick with that weight for the narrow grip pull downs, which we'll do now. And we might do one extra set, either with the same weight or with a little bit less for the narrow grip pull downs, before we move on to some of the seated row movements.
Street
and scars. I'll brush you off just like the dust upon my shoulder. I have a hunch of who you are. Believe it or not, I got the strength to blow you over.
Alright, I think I failed about fucking rep 7 there, which was good. It's an extra 5 kilos I put on there, but that was pretty much, I was failure on that. I'm going to call that failure anyway. So we're going to go on now, and we're going to do seated rows. I'm in two minds. I might just do one set of seated rows for each of the variants, wide and narrow grip. I'll need to maybe drop a bit of weight off of this. We'll see. But I might just do one set each, because after doing the chest supported dumbbell rows and those pull downs, my shoulders are pretty warm, and my lats should be warm. But we'll see how I feel after we do the first set. The entire point of this kind of training is to get the as much muscular stimulus as we can for the least amount of fatigue. Essentially, volume is what accumulates fatigue. You know, volume is analogous to fatigue. So it is. So the idea here is keep the volume to a minimum and the stimulus to a maximum, and that way we get good amount of stimulus, but for a lot less fatigue. And again, this isn't an ideal way of training. Like I said in yesterday's video, if you haven't watched it, the only reason why I'm doing this for this next 2 or 3 weeks is because I plan to do a deload, and I just don't want to do the deload this week, because if I do the deload this week, I'm going to miss the holiday week with the kids. But by doing this style of training, I can extend the mesocycle on for another few weeks, and hopefully then whenever I take my deload week, we can start fresh after that, and you know, everything will be good. What I'm hoping is next week we can get back into a more regular pattern for a couple of weeks. That would be ideal, to get to my deload and have myself back up at a reasonable level of fatigue, so that I get the most out of the deload. But we'll see how things go. We'll see how things go. The important thing is this week, that's the other thing, I haven't done any cardio at all this week, and I'm not going to do any cardio this week, because cardio is quite literally, nearly by definition, cardio is just the accumulation of fatigue. So it is. So yeah, to be honest, I'm already starting to feel some of the benefits. So I am. I definitely don't feel as sort of run down. So I don't. But right, we'll get set up here for seated rows, and we'll see what we do there.
Got some pain in their life, you can see it in their eyes. They're changing at night underneath the dark skies, forced to become something darker inside. You can feel the switch, feel the shift in the tide. They keep desiring something that's more inspiring. Their brains rewiring, old thoughts they start expiring. They're never tiring, no, now they feel the fight in them. They feel the fire sweep, take over entirely. They feel it growing, it's showing the feelings. They keep overflowing, always stoking the fire. Adrenaline is overloading, hit the mat like a fighter. They never let up, never throwing, giving to their desires. No, they keep working on their focus. They feel the temperature rise, now there is no place to hide. You better dig deep inside and find anything, everything that you could ever need. Every breath that you breathe, dedicated to believe.
Streets that they call home, not for the weak, left out in the cold. Watched all the sheep do what they told.
Well, that sucks a big fucking fat one. I've just done the first set of narrow grip seated rows there, and forgot to hit record on the camera. Anyway, it is what it is. You only see one set. To be honest, you see one set, you've seen them all. So you'll have. So we're going to make this the last set of this, I think. So I've done 2 sets of seated rows, pyramiding up to the top weight that we were using last week, which, to be honest, is pretty much at the limit of what I can do now anyway. So all in all, yeah, we'll see how it goes. So that last set felt particularly difficult, so it did. But it is what it is. We're only doing 2 sets, so we've got to make every set and every rep of every set count. So we do. And again, the idea is just try and get as close to failure as we can, which I think I've managed pretty well up until this point. So I do. We'll see how this last set goes, and then we'll call it a day.
One day on their bones, on to the streets that they called home. Not for the weak, left out in the cold. Watched all the sheep do what they're told. Saw they would feast one day on their bones. They took the form of a beast. 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 They took the form of a beast.
Alright, that's going to do it for back. All in all, pretty good workout. Got pretty close to failure on pretty much every exercise I did there today, so that was good. I'm definitely feeling less fatigued than I was at the beginning of the week. And again, a lot of that has to do, I mean, we're reducing the amount of volume that we're doing in our gym sessions, but I've also cut out the cardio this week because cardio is quite literally just an accumulation of fatigue over time. It's very fatiguing. So I'm leaving cardio completely this week. We'll maybe start back into cardio next week. I don't know. We'll see how we feel. I'm aiming to try and get, like I said before, we want to try and get to the Easter week before I do a deload. So it's very much going to be playing it by ear as to how heavy and hard we go in the gym sessions between now and then. I'm literally just letting my body tell me how much rest I need, and what sets I should cut out and what sets I should go for. But all while always trying to keep the maximum amount of muscle stimulus in each of the exercises that I'm doing. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. If you've enjoyed the video, feed the anabolic algorithm with comments, shares, likes and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.